say. Claiming they're the realest, but we see through the smoke. Got his V's the truth, yeah, she's ready to revoke. Got his V, she's shining, breaking all the molds, exposing all these frauds, cause the story's getting old. Your favorite baddie, oh, she's got a package to show.
Peace, everyone. This is Deprogramming the Stage, all right? Everything in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and it's all being presented under the Fair Use Act. Okay, so I want to get straight into the video because I don't like to do all the extra talking about nothing because I want to get to the point. That's why I'm here, right? So, on a previous video, I went in on 50 Cent's bitch ass, okay? On why he's a bitch ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? And how he should not be respected. How people on his nuts out here. You know, we all see the thing, you know, the shenanigans that's going on, you know, or that was going on with him and Papoose, the whole Clarissa Shields, Maserati Bud and all this bullshit, right? Well, you can check out the video where I went in on 50 Cent because I'm like, okay, well, you know, I don't see why everyone is taking up for him. I don't see why he's allowed to, you know, be out here being a fucking hot ass mess. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know. And I said, I don't understand why he's allowed to do that. You know, what type of man does that? You see what I'm saying? Real men don't operate that way, but then I forgot. I didn't forget, but I guess I wasn't kind of tuned into the fact that, you know, he's actually a FTM, female to male transgender. But that's a whole nother subject. I'm not going to get into that, okay? You know, I really don't want to. Allegedly. Let me say that. Let me say that. Because these people, when you start talking about their inversion, they go in. They try to do all types of shit. So let me just say allegedly, okay? So I already went in. I'm not here to say anything good about this bitch ass nigga 50 Cent. He's a cancer. Okay, he, she, whatever, is a cancer to our community. He's a cancer to our people. He's a cancer to himself. Okay? And they're using his bitch ass for clandestine activities, for clandestine evil ass shit. Allegedly, let me say this, you guys. They're really just setting 50 Cent up to be the next Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? This motherfucker moved Diddy out of the way. Who was another agent. Diddy was an agent. You see what I'm saying? But see, he wanted Diddy's spot. He didn't want Diddy, you see what I'm saying, to be the king of being a sodomite. You see, he didn't want Diddy being the king of the sodomites, you see. He didn't like Diddy being in that position, you know, to have all the extensive baby oil. You see what I'm saying? Access to the underground tunnels, you know, and all the other pull that he had. He didn't like that. You know, even though he was walking around or he was in this bitch being a programmed janitor or a programmed cleaner because that's his position, talking about 50 Cent. You see what I'm saying? They needed him preoccupied in snitching and being a snake and being a spy and being a fucking, you know, and being a watcher. You see what I'm saying? Why have the Nephilim, you know what I'm saying? Why have the Nephilim and the Project Bluebeam Nephilim Project? Why present it that way? You see what I'm saying? To scare the fuck out of you all through their hologram program. Why have that when they could use someone like 50 Cent? You see what I'm saying? Program him up and deliver the mission. You see what I'm saying? In top speed and top timing. You see what I'm saying? And efficiency. I know you guys are probably wondering, what am I talking about? I'm going to get into it. Okay? But I just need for you all to understand that when you talk about these so-called celebrities, okay? The 50 Cents, the Clarissa Shields, the Papoose, the Remy Mas, right? You know, we speak about these people based on social media, pop culture, gossip, you know, the whole, yeah, I got the tea, you know, and this, that, and the third. It's, strictly entertainment. And that's fine because, you know, this is why these idols were created in the first place, to distract you all. You see what I'm saying? To distract the masses and to extract loosh and energy from you guys. I said this in my previous video. Okay? You all are doing your job. Okay? They're snatching, people like 50 Cent, Papoose, Clarissa Shields, and Remy with their drama and their mess, their constant drama and mess and confusion is distracting the populace. You see what I'm saying? It's distracting people. It has people talking. It has people saying this and people saying that. And it has people's emotions invested. This, that, everybody up here doing their, their moral speeches, their psychological speeches about what they should do, what they shouldn't do, all this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, the real shit that we should really be focusing on is going on behind the scenes. Okay? Which are the real, true reasons why they place these puppets in front of us in the first place. We need to be clear about that. Okay? So they place these puppets on the world stage to distract us and to pull negative energy or to harvest our energy to empower their civilization or to empower what they have going on. Their empire, their demonic empire. You see what I'm saying? But as content creators and, so-called reporters and all of that, you guys also play a big part in it too, because you guys add on to the loosh. You add on to the feedback loop. When you put up your videos, you say, well, what is Clarissa going to do about this? Oh, Papoose says, Papoose, he's not checking for Clarissa no more. Oh, yeah, 50 Cent is going in on them and he exposing this. Oh, Maserati Bud is doing this and saying this and all that. Oh, what y'all think about this? Leave it in the comments. Say something in the comments, this, that, and the third. I'm not judging you. I'm not saying that something is wrong. We all up here trying to get a buck, trying to get, this, that, and the third and all that. Or whatever, but I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know that what we are participating in by getting on this app and creating content, right, is feeding into the loosh and the demonic activity as well. And y'all need to be clear about that shit. So don't think just because you sitting up here, giving some good advice like, oh yeah, Clarissa, you wrong because he's a married man and you're wrong, Clarissa. And Papoose, we disappointed in you because you're lying and this, that, and the third and all this bullshit. Y'all trying to play, you know what I'm saying? Y'all playing, psychologist and, you know what I'm saying? And reverend and all this shit, in good intentions, I'm assuming, right? At least, the majority of you guys, think, you're doing it in good intentions and all that, right? But at the same time, you're still contributing to the harvest. You see what I'm saying? Because you're bringing people back to your platform to invest more emotions and energy, right, into this fucking harvest, into these bullshit ass celebrities and puppets that they put before us. Let's be clear about that shit. All right? Let's be clear. This is why we have to be mindful of the whole point of why the fuck we get up here, because we keep, we as content creators, I'm just starting out. I probably got like 20 views altogether, you guys. I'm just starting out. But, I'm here to present, pull the curtains back on this shit. My channel is Deprogramming the Stage because I'm here to pull the curtains back on the fucking stage to expose what's going on. I don't care about what these motherfuckers is doing in their fake lives that they are showing you all. You see what I'm saying? On their scripted lives that they're showing you all. You see what I'm saying? All of it is fake. All of it is fake. Entertainment, politics, all of it is a show. These are actors. Literally. Okay? We need to be clear about that. And some people don't want to deal with that because if some people actually recognize the fact, even those who actually know these motherfuckers are acting, right? You recognizing this, especially on your platforms, means that you now have a responsibility on how you present this to the people, how you present their fake lives and their scripts to the people. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of you really don't want to present it like that because you see what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear that shit. People want the gossip. People want the tea. You see what I'm saying? People want the drama. People don't want, the type of material that I'm going to bring forward. and how I'm going to be speaking about this shit, because I don't give a fuck about what these fucking puppets doing, what these fucking sellouts are fucking doing in they fucking fake, contrived up lives for the world stage. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to pull the curtains back on that shit. That's why I'm here. Let's be clear about that. Okay? All right? So, yeah. Anyway, so on my last video, like I said, I was going in on 50 Cent's bitch ass. And basically, not to do a full recap, you guys, but I was basically saying, like, I can't believe that, so many of our people out here in the social media world are taking up for this bitch ass nigga 50, and he's been causing drama. You see what I'm saying? He's been causing drama and snitching and just being a fucking nuisance. You know what I'm saying? For decades. For what? For over 2 decades now. You see what I'm saying? Breaking up homes, disrespecting married couples and children and all types of people. So there's no wonder that, his handlers and shit, the demons and the legion of archons and legion of demons that he serve are rewarding his ass for a job well done. You see what I'm saying? A job well done of snitching, a job well done of misleading the people, a job well done of building the empire that he so badly wants. You see what I'm saying? Off the back of other people's emotions and other people's good intentions. You see what I'm saying? And this is exactly what they use him for. 50 Cent is a fucking cleaner. He's a fucking janitor. He's a fucking chaos agent, like I said before. Okay? Plain and simple. I'm not doing this over here. We're not doing that. We're not entertaining these fake motherfuckers over here. Seriously. Because the more I come up here, I'm going to expose what the fuck these motherfuckers are really about and what they're really doing and what their true agenda is. And it has nothing to do with what y'all thinking. Oh, yeah, Remy did this and that for Remy Network. Oh, it's all about Clarissa Shields, her low insecurities and stuff like that being from Flint. Oh, she's copying Remy. Oh, she's jealous of Remy. Oh, look at Papoose. We thought he was a good nigga and shit when he was with Remy. Now his true colors are showing and all that, and through on the stage and this and that. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? What the fuck is any of that gonna do when, you know what I'm saying? When it's time for you motherfuckers to get thrown in these 15-minute cities, they preparing for y'all fucking asses. Huh? What the fuck is that gonna do for y'all? You see what I'm saying? When shit hit the fan in this motherfucker, or if shit hit the fan in these motherfuckers, but all of their loyal slaves like 50. See what I'm saying? 50, yeah, Diddy too. Because he's not in jail. 50's not incarcerated. He's not in jail. Okay? 50 know this, that Diddy is not in jail. 50 knows this, okay? Those in the know in the industry already know this. They're not, what the fuck? Why the fuck are they going to incarcerate Diddy? You see what I'm saying? When they all do the shit that Diddy does. They took him off the scene, off the stage to further... You see what I'm saying? To further, corrupt the script. You see what I'm saying? Or to avoid from having more people, you see what I'm saying, looking into the situation. You see what I'm saying? So they just removed his ass out the fucking way. You see what I'm saying? And activated 50's ass to let 50 take over Diddy's operation. He was already 50, and all this is alleged. Let me say this. This is alleged, right? Let me just say that. Diddy was becoming reckless. You see what I'm saying? Diddy got too comfortable with his operation that they were using him for. You see what I'm saying? With the trafficking and you know what I'm saying? The little ones. Let me just say that the little ones, I got to be careful what I say here. This, that, and the third, and all the stuff that he was doing, all the wicked shit that he was doing allegedly. You see, he was messy with it. You see what I'm saying? Diddy was messy with the shit. He was very messy. And once they raided his shit, you see, because they had to do that. Once they raided his shit and seen the different people on the videos and things of that nature and all the stuff that they found, you see what I'm saying? They knew at that point that they needed to get a hold on that shit, right? Because certain people could not be found out. Certain people couldn't slip certain names or whatever. Those names couldn't be slipped through the cracks of certain things because a lot of people would get found out, and it would even ruin the project that they are currently actually working on right now. The Nephilim 2033 project that they're working on diligently right now. Okay. So they just had to, give y'all the fake show. 1 second, y'all. Let me drink some water. They had to give y'all the fake show. You see what I'm saying? The little raid and all that of his cribs. Talk about Diddy, the whole court shit. With the children and, his fake mom that's not his blood mom and stuff and all this stuff like this, they put together this whole fucking charade for you guys to entertain you guys and distract you guys as if they were really doing some shit. You see, and y'all fell for it, of course. And it actually did shut y'all the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? It shut y'all the fuck up. So for 50 bringing his bitch ass out, putting out that little documentary, that was just a seal. That was just the final seal to show the other higher ups. You see that surpasses BlackRock and Vanguard. Okay, and I'll speak more about that later. But these are the elite corporations and the people who are actually backing all of these other corporations, all of these other companies, meaning these are the people, you see what I'm saying, who are the controllers and the programmers of the 50 Cents, of the Diddies, of the Remy Ma's, of the Carissa Shields, and of the Papooses, and of the Netflix, and of the HBOs, okay? And all of these other entities, right, that we see before us in entertainment and politics. BlackRock and Vanguard are the facilitators, are the elite facilitators. You see what I'm saying? Who are the financial backing of these corporations. Let's be clear about that. Okay? And in order for 50 to show his complete allegiance of all the snitching in the dirt that he has done, right? This was his way of showing the higher elites, right? Of sealing the deal that, hey, look, I did my job. You see what I'm saying? Because he did have a hand in it on the whole Diddy thing, okay? And all this and that, all right? Matter of fact, he was one of the top facilitators of it because these people don't have too much, let me see, they don't have too much boots on the ground engagement. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And they also really don't use a lot of the FBI and the CIA and all of that and their fake ass Homeland Security like people think they do. These are all agents. You see what I'm saying? There is no more FBI and CIA and all of that shit. These are agents and militia groups. Let's be clear about that shit. Okay? And they don't answer to one entity. They answer to different entities, to different factions. So all of them have, basically at this time, they have their own FBI and CIA and Homeland Security. Each faction have their own. So this faction of the BlackRock Vanguard factions, right? They brought in 50 Cent as their top chaos agent. Because he was already putting in work any fucking way, you guys. 50 Cent been putting in work. Been snitching on people. Been giving motherfuckers up already. Been setting motherfuckers up. Been hiding cameras and hiding footage and doing this and surveillance and setting people up and all of this shit. He been doing this. Fuck what you heard. 50 been doing this. Let me say allegedly. He been doing this. He already proved himself. But see, he wants to move higher up though. You see what I'm saying? He wants to be promoted in the order. He wants to go to the next level. So what does he do? He makes sure he does his closeout rituals, and he created this fucking video he did. This fucking fake ass, whack ass documentary, which was very lackluster. Okay. Just thrown together with a bunch of bullshit that we already seen. We already seen on other documentaries and we already know about. Okay. Let's be real about it. It wasn't for that. It wasn't for him to get a fucking award at an award show for best documentary of the year or whatever. It wasn't for that. It was communication to the higher ups to say that I did my job. I did what y'all told me to do, and I'm ready for my next levels. Okay? Let's be clear about that shit. Okay? So, in speaking about this bitch ass nigga 50 Cent and what's going on with him, right? For those of you who don't know or who doesn't know, right? For those of you who care, for all the 50 fans, right? He just signed on this mega deal with this $100 million PH Live empire, right? In and with Planet Hollywood. Give him a round of applause, you guys. Give him and all of the legion of demons that he served a round of applause for inking this $100 million PH Live empire into Planet Hollywood deal in Las Vegas. Congratulations, 50 Cent, for being, the biggest evil demonic slave the industry has ever seen. You fucking piece of shit. Let's be clear about that, you guys. But I'm sure there are people, you see what I'm saying, who are going to celebrate this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, 50 doing his thing, though. This is what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? 50 shit. Motherfuckers be hating on 50 and shit, shit. They hating on 50, calling him a troll, calling him this and that, but he doing big things out here, you see. 50 Cent doing big things. He doing shit with Planet Hollywood, Vegas. He got his residency going on and shit. He got power franchises, yo. Motherfuckers just want to hate. See, this is why Papoose was on Vlad TV hating on 50 and shit. Hating on 50 because he don't got the projects coming. Because he ain't got this, that, and the third, and all this shit. You bunch of dick riders out there and shit on 50 Cent's nuts. Because all y'all give a fuck about is material possessions and money. So every time y'all talk about this bitch ass nigga 50 Cent, that's all y'all can bring up. When y'all not talking about his trolling and him being a bitch ass nigga. That's all y'all can talk about is all the shit he had to do, all the shit he had to do to get to where he is right now. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all don't care about that. All y'all care about is his fucking material possessions. You see what I'm saying? And whatever money that he's been able to gain from these motherfuckers. But y'all not concerned about what he had to do to get there. Because you are affected by the shit. Your children and your grandchildren are also affected by this shit. But y'all don't care because y'all all who actually support this motherfucker, dick riding this nigga and taking up for him. You see what I'm saying? Y'all losers just like 50. You see what I'm saying? Y'all low vibrational puppets just like 50. Whoever want to take up for 50. I don't give a fuck who you are and you don't like that I said it. Because like I said, real men don't fuck with niggas like 50 with the shit he does and how he move like a bitch. Real men don't fuck with that type of energy or that type of vibration, whether he's getting at somebody you like or not. Like I said in my last video, that's just what the fuck it is. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of you, I see, he back on the scene now. Y'all bigging him up. You see, I'm not hearing nobody yet talking about, you know what I'm saying? This whole residency shit. Or not the residency, because he been doing the residency, I think, back in November, December of 2025, I believe. Don't quote me exactly on that. But I think that's when his Vegas residency started. Around the November, December 2025, I believe. Don't hold me to that one, okay? But he just recently, as of March 2026, signed this Planet Hollywood deal. You see what I'm saying? This $100 million PH Live empire with Planet Hollywood. You see what I'm saying? And so what I want to do now, you guys, is I'm going to pull this up here in Google because I want to read to you, right? Before I get into the real shit that they're not telling you. You see what I'm saying? I have to go in and read you guys what the fuck is up. The information they do want to tell you guys about. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent's new fucking endeavor that he done ass kissed his way and sucked off his way to be a good ass fucking toe tapping ass nigga, right? For the elites. His box head ass. What his box head, toe tapping, mutton Jeff looking ass had to do. You see what I'm saying? Before I get into that, let's go ahead and see, right? What this whole what this whole Planet Hollywood residency Vegas thing is all about. All right, pull this up. All right, y'all. Now I'm going to read. This is on Google. I'm going to read this on Google before I get into the real shit, you guys. Listen up. The 100 million PH Live empire is a multi-layered partnership between Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Robert Earl, the founder of Planet Hollywood. The deal was officially announced on March 24th, 2026. It is not just a single show. It's a permanent expansion of 50 Cent's business into hospitality and live entertainment hubs, starting with a flagship location at Planet Hollywood Times Square. Timeline and origins. Establishment. The partnership was formalized in March 2026. However, it follows a successful $15 million residency deal signed in October 2024, so that's October 2024 for 50 Cent's In the Club residency at Planet Hollywood Las Vegas, which began in December 2025. Who authorized it? The opportunity was given by Robert Earl, a veteran hospitality mogul who has previously collaborated with celebrities like Sylvester Stallone and Bruce Willis. Earl recognized 50 Cent's unparalleled influence across music, TV, and film as the perfect driver for a new celebrity-driven hospitality model. Duration and permanence. Status. The venture is designed to be a permanent fixture of the Planet Hollywood brand rather than a temporary pop-up. So they're talking longevity, you guys. Let's keep it moving. Expansion plans. The PH Live concept is projected to expand into additional markets, specifically targeting Shreveport, Louisiana, where 50 Cent is already building a massive film and television production hub. Oh my God, 50. Oh, wow. Let's keep reading. The ins and outs of the business model. The partnership operates as an immersive entertainment platform that integrates dining, nightlife, and live events. Venue transformation. The Times Square location is being developed as an integrated hub featuring advanced LED technology and high-end media capabilities to host various events. Curated dining. The culinary aspect involves a specially designed menu featuring unique dishes and signature flavors associated with the partnership's brand identity. Memorabilia and media. The space is designed to showcase career highlights, personal memorabilia, and visual content from various film and television projects, creating a gallery-like experience for visitors. Oh, you guys are going to have so much fun up in this demonic trap. Okay, let's keep it moving. Event programming. The venues are equipped to host a variety of high-profile gatherings, including movie premiere parties, live performances, and private celebrations utilizing specialized theatrical visuals. Future operations. In this role, 50 Cent serves as a creative consultant and cultural architect for the venues. The business model also explores the implementation of a private membership program, which would provide access to exclusive events and prior privileges at various locations. Detailed information regarding the specific contractual terms, such as non-compete clauses or long-term operational mandates, is typically managed through the corporate legal teams of both G Unit Strategy and Planet Hollywood. And that is the closing of that Google report here, or whatever you want to call it here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's looking like, you guys, it's looking like 50 is, see, if y'all thought that the Power franchise, you see, and I, you know, and right now I'm talking in my, you know, 3-dimensional personality right now. This is the NPCV. Okay. Can I just talk in NPCV right quick, you guys? Okay. Y'all see this shit right here? 50 doing big things out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If y'all thought that the Power franchises and all that, you know what I'm saying, was 50 doing his big one, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. This nigga get ready to blow up. This nigga about to be the next. He about to be the Black Trump. You know what I mean? This nigga about to be the Black Trump. He about to have all of Vegas sold up, all of New York sold up. He gonna have even Louisiana sold up. You see me? He about to corner the market, my nigga, for goddamn New Orleans probably. You see what I'm saying? The New York fucking factions, the goddamn, you know, Cali factions, the goddamn Vegas. He about to have all this shit sewn the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? That's how you do shit. You know what I'm saying? See Papoose? You see 50 doing big things, Papoose. That's how you do shit. You know what I'm saying, Papoose? Instead of you out there hating on 50 and shit, you need to be following his damn steps. You need to be following his playbook. You know what I'm saying, Papoose and shit, because he doing big things. He getting that money. He building an empire for his children and shit like that, doing big things, getting money. You see what I'm saying? That's how you do that shit. Yeah, happy congratulations, 50. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things, you know? This is the outlook. You see what I'm saying? That the average person will have hearing, you know, me read this, or just knowing about this endeavor here. You see what I'm saying? This whole merger with Planet Hollywood and all this stuff like this, right? With entertainment, this, that, and other, because you're not going to see this motherfucker do anything of real importance. You see what I'm saying? With all the so-called money and influence he's supposed to have, you guys, you're not going to see 50 do anything of real importance. You're not seeing him making no schools, no universities for our people. You're not seeing him getting up with any sisters, right? Any black women, because you know that the school industry and the school system is full of shit and it's toxic, and our children are not learning any fucking thing. You would think that he would really care, and you know what I'm saying, and revamp the whole educational system for our people, or revamp the whole medical system for our people. You see what I'm saying? So we can stop going to their fucking hospitals and having their medical treatments. You see what I'm saying? You would think that he would do something that we could actually use and be beneficial to us. You see what I'm saying? Especially moving forward into the new world and what they have planned technologically wise, any fucking way, right? You would think that 50, you see what I'm saying, would think about home first, would think about self-preservation first, right? You see what I'm saying? You would think that, right? But no, it's not like that. Why? Because he never was for you. He was never for you. He was never for his people. And it's gotten so bad at this point, he's not even for his damn self right now, because he is 100% controlled. He's an 100% controlled asset, allegedly. Let me say that. And everything that he has done up to this point and is going to continue to do it has no benefit for you. Not even this real estate ventures and this entertainment hub and these entertainment sales, right, that he has already started and is currently, you know what I'm saying, going in on, right, now and into the future. And once again, he will be the face of this shit. Like I said, just like with the Power franchises, you guys, listen, 50 Cent is an MK Ultra mind control asset. You don't give that much power and legacy, that type of legacy and wealth and riches to a fucking mind control asset. For what? When they could deactivate him, when all they have to do is deactivate him at any fucking time. All they got to do is deactivate him. You see what I'm saying? And get rid of his ass. You see what I'm saying? Get him the fuck up out the way. Deactivate, abort operation on his ass. Okay? He is the face and the energy behind the shit. And as long as they allow his front personality, right? His front altar. The whole whatever Curtis Jackson, who y'all think y'all know, the 50 Cent Curtis Jackson, the one that you guys see when he, you know, when he's in the commercials and on TV and all that bullshit and his songs and all that, his front altar, his front personality, that one, that's the altar that will have the 3-dimensional benefit out of the shit that he's doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because really, to be honest with you, when he's in his other altars, because he's under MK Ultra, so he has compartmentalized personalities and functions. You see what I'm saying? So a person like that, you see what I'm saying? They don't need, you know what I'm saying? They don't really need to have or own these installments or these, you know what I'm saying? Or these organizations or these places or whatever, or these corporations, these businesses or whatever you want to call them. They don't need to own them for real like that because they are just the face of it. Like I said, they're going to continue to use him. Okay. They're going to continue to use him to bring the people and the crowds to these locations. Okay. And I'm going to get into, because I just read to you guys what they're telling you these locations are and what these places are, right? This is my reason for reading that to you guys, is to show you what they're telling the public that these things are, that these places are, that these, you know what I'm saying? These venues are, right? This is what they're telling you. Now, we're going to get into what the fuck they really are, you guys. Okay? We're going to get into what they really are. Okay? So I wrote down some notes for you guys. Give me 1 second. Got stuff all over here my desk. Give me 1 second, you guys. 1 moment. Okay, you guys. Let's go. Let's get into this. Get back into this. Okay, you guys. Listen up. This $100 million PH Live deal, you guys, is the physical manifestation, right, of 50 Cent's literal, okay, his literal promotion to Grand Overseer of the surface sector. Okay, his promotion to Grand Overseer of the surface sector. Okay? This is where or what the order that he serves has promoted him to. Like I said earlier, for all the snitching he's done, for all the deactivations he's done to other operatives, like Diddy and all that, he's still working on the Papoose deactivation. He's still working on that. I'm going to get into that later. He's still working on that. Because, see, he wants his heir, right? He wants his heir, who's a part of the Nephilim 2033 project, right? He wants his heir to be the prize winner, right? To be in the front row and to have all the funding, right? You see what I'm saying? That they have available for those who are going to usher in the 2033 agenda. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to confuse anyone. We'll get into that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to keep an order to this going because I don't want to confuse anybody. But I just wanted to, start this off by letting you guys know that what he has been given, all of this shit he got and just got signed on Planet Hollywood and all of that shit was a promotion, was a basic promotion for him being a good agent ass nigga, a good nigga boy for the order that he serves, for the legion of demons that he served, that he let inhabit his body, that he let control his mind. You see what I'm saying? And also that who he let uses to control the fucking masses and lie to you all and lead you all astray. So for a job well done, this is what they awarded your boy 50. Okay? We need to be clear about that shit. Point blank, period. This is not a fucking game. And I still have to say allegedly. What a shame. You see? This it's not a business opportunity, you guys, for the slow people in the back, all right? This shit that he has going on is not a business opportunity. It's a sovereign grant issued by the accountants from BlackRock and Vanguard. I'm going to repeat that. This is a sovereign grant issued by the accountants from BlackRock and Vanguard. These are the entities that provides the funding for the Clarissa Shields, the Papoose, the 50 Cents, and the rest of these fucking flunkies. Okay? For a job well done for 50. See, this is why, Papoose and Clarissa trying to get their payday. Shit, 50, it took him years to get here. He had to do a lot of shit to get here. A lot of rituals, a lot of unaliving. Allegedly, he had to do a lot of shit to get here. Okay? A lot of shit. They, Clarissa and Papoose have an actual agenda that they were approached with to serve. But see, 50 threw a wrench in that shit. You see what I'm saying? 50 threw a wrench in that shit. With the whole Maserati bud and all that shit like that. That's 50 using his agent skills to throw a wrench into the plan that the elites had for Papoose and Clarissa Shields. You see what I'm saying? Do you get that? Okay? So, what is really going on, right? With this whole, $100 million PH Live deal, right? That he has going on, in Vegas and all of that. Like what's really going on? This whole new Epstein. This gonna be this whole new upgraded Epstein. Cause 50 is he's the new Epstein in this bitch, right? You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? Cause see, nobody told y'all what was really going on with the whole Epstein thing, right? It was in the dark. A lot of us was in the dark. We didn't know about the tunnels. We didn't know about this and that and all that, right? We were in the dark about all that, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, at least, most of you were, me and others that I know in the communities that I'm involved with, we didn't know everything. You see what I'm saying? But we damn sure knew about the tunnels and the rituals and the sacrifices and the trafficking and all of that shit. We been knowing about that. As a matter of fact, we were trying to tell a lot of you guys what was going on, but y'all was steady calling us conspiracy theorists. You see what I'm saying? Now that it all came out, y'all sitting back looking stupid as shit. You're still taking up for 50 though, but y'all sitting back looking dumb as fuck now. That y'all see that the evidence came out, what's really going on. And y'all are still going to be dumb as fuck after I sit here and tell y'all what the fuck is going on with this whole Vegas thing that they gave to 50 with this promotion and what's really going on with that. Y'all gonna still call Y'all gonna call me a conspiracy theorist after I tell y'all what's popping with this shit. You see what I'm saying? So that, y'all will be set back for another 20 years. You see what I'm saying? Cause y'all want to consider every fucking thing that sounds weird or out of the way, or if what's being said goes against your favorite celebrity. Oh no, that ain't happening. 50 ain't doing that. He wouldn't involve himself with that. He wouldn't do that. They can't do that. This ain't happening. Half of y'all, and then y'all go and y'all put this shit out over the airwaves and on the internet to keep other people blinded. You see what I'm saying? To be blinded along with y'all blind, deaf, and dumb asses. especially those of you who are using your voice on social media as content creators. You see what I'm saying? Who have a platform to put a message out. But your message ain't worth shit because y'all still promoting the same bullshit that y'all been promoting. Y'all still using words like conspiracy theory and all this shit to sidetrack people like myself who come in bringing this information to the people. And y'all make fun of us and call us conspiracy theorists and shit like that. The same way y'all did before when we was trying to tell y'all. Anyway, what's really going on with this shit? Pay attention, you guys. And I want y'all to listen to this shit right here. Planet Hollywood, Times Square, sits on one of the most powerful geographic energy grids in the world, you guys. Okay? Beneath the restaurant, meaning Planet Hollywood, you guys. Beneath the restaurant and PH Live venue is a clandestine data hub that interfaces with the Aladdin AI. Have you guys heard about the Aladdin AI? This is the AI system that they will be using for the tracking system and the programming surveillance system, the chipping system, and the whole system that they have that merges with the Neuralink. Okay? That will be merging with the Neuralink systems that they have planned for you guys. It's all going to be a part of the 15-minute cities that they are, or they have been, building diligently for certain individuals. This is where they want to take society for those of you who still consider yourself black, for those of you who still considering yourself African Americans, for those of you who still considering yourself a part of this bullshit ass world that you think is real, and you have no mental sovereignty and no soul sovereignty whatsoever. That you love this government so much, you love social media, so you love this world, you are lovers of this world. And you believe everything that these motherfuckers tell you. Everything they fucking tell you, from their voting system to what they tell you to eat, to their education system, to the workforce, to every fucking thing they tell you, you all believe in it and you'll follow them any fucking where, even to the pits of hell. And if you don't know who the fuck you are, when this shit really begins the the physical implementation of this shit, right? Ooh-wee. Y'all in for some hard times. I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm not trying to do no fear mongering, none of that shit. That's not what I'm about. You see what I'm saying? Because listen, you have certain people on the internet. I'm not gonna say no names, but you have certain people on the internet out here who, they're preaching this this utopia coming in America for the indigenous people. You see what I'm saying? The indigenous, the real Americans, the indigenous Indians of America, which we are. No doubt about it. We are the indigenous people, the original people rose up from this land that we call the Americas. Understand that shit. But there's operations running under that where they have an operation running where they want you to put your defenses down, where they want you see what I'm saying? To not look into what the fuck is really going on with the land and what the fuck is going on and how they're restructuring everything. Yeah, you do have Trump that's doing Trump in dismantling a lot of this shit that needed to come down because it was up illegally. This whole infrastructure, how they've been running the United States is fucking illegal and has been running illegal since the inception of what they call the Corporation of the United States. All illegal. We get that, right? And so, yes, to all you Trump haters, yes, he, a lot of what he has been doing was, the dismantling of all of these fucking infrastructures. You see what I'm saying? That has been put up, that has been enslaving our people on our own fucking lands. You see what I'm saying? For the last, what, 400 some years or whatever the case may be, right? So yeah, a lot of that stuff, you know, he's been given the assignment to dismantle all these fake ass, you see what I'm saying, infrastructures that were up. However, you have certain people out here trying to make it seem like he's some kind of god or something, or, you know what I'm saying, they're giving him a little bit more credit than what the fuck he should be having right now, talking about Trump. Because do not get it fucked up. He's a double agent. Trump is a double agent. Yeah, he's dismantling this false society that's been enslaving us. Yes. But do not get it fucked up, because he still supports the 15-minute cities. He still supports the Neuralinks in your fucking brain. He still supports all of that shit. Enslaving you, making you technological slaves. He still supports that. And that's what they're not telling you all. And they're not talking about that aspect of it. Why not? Why? They're not telling you about the Nephilim Project. They're not telling you about the 2033 Nephilim Project. They're not telling you about that. Why not? They just telling you to chill, right? Take a breather. Oh, y'all just need to chill. Don't do no marching. Don't do no voting. Y'all just relaxing. Y'all be comfortable and just relax. All the black people, you know what I'm saying? On there, y'all just chill, relax. Don't do nothing. Don't get them y'all energy. Just chill. Because we're going to get our land back. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get our land back. We're going to get everything back. We're going to get this and we're going to get that and that. Everybody comfortable and shit. So you got a certain group of people over here just sitting back comfortable, not seeing and knowing what the fuck is going on behind the fucking scenes and what's happening, right? But then you got this other group of people over here, the NPCs and shit. The three, you know what I'm saying? The goddamn three-dimensional NPCs, or who are deader than ever. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever the case, you know, the Trump haters, the 100% Trump haters. You see what I'm saying, right? You know, are out here and shit. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all don't know that what Trump was really dismantling. And at the same time, y'all still don't know what he was also set to uphold at the same time. Y'all don't know nothing. You see what I'm saying? And y'all gonna be the ones who gonna get caught up in this shit. I digress. I didn't mean to go off, you know, whatever the case may be, but I'm just saying. We need to understand what the fuck is taking place here. Okay. So let's get back into explaining what the fuck is up. Okay. With the Aladdin AI. That's the system that they have set up and they will continue to set up. That's where that's the system that's going to be connecting your damn your emotional currency. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Where, you know, hey, if you get out of line, you know what I'm saying? If you get out of line, that Aladdin AI, you see what I'm saying? You're not going to get your funding. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to get your emotional fund. You're not going to get your funding that you're going to need to survive, or whatever the case may be. If you're out of order, if you're not a part of the hive mind and all of that, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, you know. So yeah, so let's keep it moving. Okay. Let's go back over that. Beneath the restaurant, okay, 50 Cent, your boy 50 Cent's restaurant, the Planet Hollywood and PH Live venue is a clandestine data hub that interfaces with the Aladdin AI. Let's keep it moving. The function. This site is a linguistic trap. Millions of tourists, which is basically the 85% of, you know, the sheep, you guys. Millions of tourists, the 85% will pass through here. 50's job is to use acoustic and visual frequencies, the LEDs and the music, the LED lights, you guys, and the music, to cancel their neural pathways and harvest high volume loosh. They are already harvesting our loosh, guys. They're already harvesting the loosh through our dark energy and emotions, as I stated on my first 50 Cent video. Okay, this is why they have their agents, their agent content creators, you know, with you all in a constant loop of entertaining fake stories and fake celebrities. Okay, because they harvest off your emotions and your energy. Okay. You see, but in having these cities here and these venues here, right? These venues are going to have acoustic and visual acoustic and visual frequencies, right? The LEDs and the music to cancel their neural, or the people who's going to be there, the tourists or the people who are there to, visit and to be entertained by it, right? It's going to cancel, or should I say, it's going to scramble their neural pathways, your neural pathways, and harvest high volume loosh. Okay, so this is a technological way for them to do this, because trust me, there's going to be all types of sin and debauchery going on set up for y'all to do out there in Vegas at this place. Okay, it's already all types of sin and debauchery going on out there already, but they're going to up the ante on this shit so they can get the highest maximum of loosh from all of you guys. Okay, let's keep it moving. Now, the underground city, the Dumbs. We all heard about the Dumbs, right? The conspiracy theorists been talking to you guys and telling you about the Dumbs, right? The deep underground military bases, right? You guys heard about that, right? From all the conspiracy people, right? The underground city Dumbs interface, okay? Now, when it comes to the clandestine elites, right? And their interactions with the demonic realm, you guys. Vegas and Times Square are two of their primary, in America that is, not the only, but two of their primary surface to subterranean gateways. Okay? The Las Vegas sublevels. Beneath Planet Hollywood, Las Vegas, there is a massive network of tunnels, Dumbs, that link to the larger Nevada military grid, you guys. The mission. 50 Cent's $15 million residency, right, out there in Vegas is a ritual cover for the movement of Tier 1 assets and biological cargo, you guys, through these tunnels. While the crowd is watching the In the Club show, the whole throwback with, what I'm saying, G-Unit shows, Lloyd Banks, all this, they're giving y'all the whole G-Unit entertainment show and all this and that. Y'all having a party, y'all having a good time, whatever. They might be playing clips of Power, whatever the case may be, or whatever, whatever toxic, poisonous shit that he's, that 50 has thus far entertained you guys with. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be watching that shit. The whole In the Club show. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be watching that, in real time, right? But the real action that's happening is in sub-level 7, where the Vulture Coven is finalizing the 2033 reset logistics. You guys. So basically, yes, there will be underground subterranean levels there. Okay, they already have them. They're already in Vegas. Let's be clear about that. Okay, they have whole cities under that bitch. All of Vegas, the city. If you think Vegas on the terranean level, on the upper levels, on the ground level is something else, okay, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I'm gonna repeat what I just read. While the crowd is watching the In the Club show, the real action is happening in sub-level 7, where the Vulture Coven, because that's what they are, vultures, where the Vulture Coven is finalizing the 2033 reset logistics, you guys. Why did they give it to 50 Cent? It's the janitor's reward, because he is the cleaner. He is a janitor. The order gave him this because he proved that he could liquidate without remorse. For instance, like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, the Diddy takedown. By leading the public charge against Diddy, 50 Cent helped the order clean out the old messy freak-off frequency. You see what I'm saying? They helped him get rid of that frequency. The whole freak off frequency with the baby oil and all that shit like that, right? With the whole Jeffrey Epstein frequency and all of that shit like that, right? They need a new frequency coming in. You see what I'm saying? A new, different frequency That's not based on low level people like Diddy and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? That's not so much of a secret. Where the base is not that secret, or the venue is not like a secret party, or stuff like that. They want to have more public interfacing. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, this is part of the ushering in of the 2033 the 2033 Nephilim program. You see what I'm saying? The 2033 reset and the 2027 Nephilim project. Okay. And, like I said, his reward is the $100 million. You know what I'm saying? That's his pension. And it's also his operational budget to lead the 2027 Nephilim project Surface Guard. 50 is literally now the landlord of the simulation, you guys. They have made 50 Cent the landlord of the new and upcoming simulation. I want y'all to breathe on that. Let that breathe for a second. Let that breathe. Is it permanent? The 2033 deadline. The timeline. It is permanent for the remainder of this system cycle. The reset. In 2033, when the 15-minute smart cities go fully live. Go fully live, you guys. In 2033, when the 15-minute smart cities go fully live, that's when they will be fully activated and fully live for your asses. These PH Live hubs, right, will become the administrative centers where the managed citizens, okay, where the quote-unquote managed citizens go to receive their digital currency, their CBDC, their digital currency, and their linguistic programming. I need to repeat this, you guys. I need to repeat this. In 2033, when the 15-minute smart cities go fully live, these PH Live hubs will become the administrative centers where the managed citizens, the ones who I was telling you about, you managed citizens, the one who you believe in the system, you believe in the education system, you believe education is good, you know what I'm saying, you encouraging your children to graduate, go to college, graduate, you see what I'm saying, you believe in the medical system, you believe in the school system, you believe in the American dream, you see what I'm saying, you believe everything that these motherfuckers have taught you and gave to you to believe in, you see what I'm saying, and you're so trusted in the government. You're so trusted in every fucking thing these motherfuckers tell y'all, right? That's who I'm talking to. You all. Okay? You are the managed citizens. Those of you who will not be sovereign because you're going to want to have your money. You're going to want to have your creature comforts. You see what I'm saying? You're going to want to have your creature comforts. You're going to want to, you know what I'm saying? Even though you might not be able, you're not going to be able to think for yourselves. You're not going to be able to think for yourselves. But hey, whatever little engagement you guys figure you can have, you're going to do what it takes to receive that and to make sure that you all can maintain that. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So you will be the managed citizens. Okay? That they're talking about here. So again, in 2033, when the 15-minute smart cities go fully live, these PH Live hubs will become the administrative centers where the managed citizens, that's you all, go to receive their digital currency, the CBDC, and their linguistic programming. And remember, you guys, I spoke about Papoose being the linguistic handler for Clarissa Shields, because that he is. That Papoose is. At least right now he is. But you see, Papoose has dropped the ball. Especially after this Vlad interview. Papoose, if you're listening. Okay? Because I used to be 5% too. I used to be Nation of Gods and Earth. So I was Earth too, Papoose. Okay. So I know how they're using your linguistics to program Clarissa, and I'm going to expose it. Okay. I'm going to expose it. I'm going to expose the real shit behind what's going on with you and Clarissa Shields. That's going to be on my next video. Not now because I'm tired right now. Okay. But Papoose, you dropped the ball. You wanted to be a real boss like that, Papoose. You see what I'm saying? You a puppet. You see what I'm saying? You are a puppet for the beast system, just like 50, but you're on a way lower tier. But they had the Nephilim, the 2027 Nephilim project for you and Clarissa Shields. Y'all might still be on it if you can, stop engaging the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? I'm not supporting. I'm not trying to say, I support this. No, I don't. I'm just saying, I'm really talking to the people. You see what I'm saying? Because I want the people to know that this whole 50 Cent, Clarissa Shields, and Papoose act or script, is all a show. You see what I'm saying? It's all a fucking show for you, and for you guys to overlook the real agenda that's going on and how how these people are really being used. You see what I'm saying? To harvest energy, to deceive you, and to harvest the people and harvest energy. Okay? And Papoose, you already know what time it is. But with you letting 50 Cent in his faction and the faction that controls him, with you dropping the ball, you see what I'm saying? Because 50 intentionally, right? His faction they intentionally sent 50 for you to test as a stress test to see if you as a so-called handler, right? In the ranks, who's supposed to be in the ranks with one of their top athletes right now. They allowed you and sent you to Clarissa to be a top handler for her. You see what I'm saying? To see if you can manage her with the frequency of the supreme mathematics. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to get too much in it. But with your linguistic programming and your linguistic skills that you had, you see what I'm saying? That you have been gifted with. They saw you as a usable top tier handler status, linguistic handler, which is what Clarissa Shields need to help with her programming. Do you understand what I'm saying here? This is why they sent you to Clarissa in the first place, Papoose. You already know this. Like I said, I'm really talking to the people to show y'all what the fuck is going on here. This is not what y'all think it is. These motherfuckers know what they're doing. This is a war, but this is really a war between dark and the darkness and the light. That's what this really is. Angels, demons, and the darkness and the light. The great mother and her archonic children is the real war here. Trying to be able to keep, right? To keep their harvest going so they can live through you all in this fake ass world here. You all are keeping them alive. These entities, you're keeping them alive and activated here through your attention and through your emotions. And that is the highest currency, right? That is the highest fucking currency of control and in control on this fucking physical 3-dimensional planet, in this 3-dimensional world. We need to be clear about that shit. How demons is running this whole shit right now. You need to understand that shit. And yes, the great mother is allowing it to happen, but she's already stepped in. Understand that shit. This is why you have certain people like myself and others. You see what I'm saying? Oh, we dropping codes all over the fucking place. We reactivating all over the fucking place. We got the dragon mothers who are already risen, already putting in work, dismantling all types of shit. We need to be clear about this shit. Papoose, you are being, you are old school handler because you were Remy's handler. You see what I'm saying? They deactivated your Remy script and you were promoted to a different script. So for those who thinking, you have people thinking on a 3-dimensional level that this nigga Papoose shit downgraded from Remy. Some of you saying he downgraded from Remy to Claressa Shields. And on a surface level, he did. Because Claressa is a fucking bird ass bitch. At the end of the day, she a fucking bird. Off top. If you listen to Claressa, you a bird. I don't give a fuck. And you not even that nice in the ring like that, if you ask me. And Remy, you was a bird too. Let's be clear about that shit. You was a bird too. You probably still a bird. The fuck? It's all about harvesting. It's all about them being used and them being energy harvesters. That's what this is about. And as long as they do their job and keep y'all distracted, keep y'all talking and keep y'all just playing this shit in a fucking loop on like an 8-track, the 8-track loop they have y'all on, the 8-track loop of illusions and repetition and ritual, right? Which is why they sent, or they try to give, Papoose his shine, his chance to elevate himself. You see what I'm saying? To get himself promoted, right? To keep the loop going. Isn't this why they gave his ass $8 million contract, a so-called $8 million contract? Yeah, because they wanted you to be the facilitator of the loop and to make sure that the agenda that you were going to be in charge of was guaranteed to keep all these following ass motherfuckers that's invested in the energy of what Papoose and Claressa is bringing to keep them in the fucking 8 loop. Let's be clear about that shit. Now the part about 50 going in, being the cleaner, being the fucking shit starter and all that. Now that's real. He's definitely that. And that's why he was sent in. You see what I'm saying? That's why his faction sent him to fucking Papoose. To fuck with Papoose because they see Papoose was rising up in the fucking ranks. This nigga done been to fucking Africa and everything, and they labeled him a little chief and everything. He done did his fucking, energetic rituals and all that for the title transfer. For the whole title transfer. This means something, you guys. These people are not playing with you. These low-end fake-ass celebrities are not playing with you. Y'all think that they on some other shit, some old lame-ass old marriage shit, and this person is done. Y'all thinking they on some moral shit. This person is married. This person cheated. This person got a whack fucking, diss song and all this and that. This is how y'all approaching this shit. And y'all are way off. All of y'all. Every last one of you content creators talking about this shit on the surface on a surface level. We are beyond that shit. We're beyond that. And the crazy part about it is that Papoose, 50 Cent, Claressa Shields, Remy Ma, they sit in these damn board meetings, in these round table meetings, and they know what the fuck is going on because these are the people who give them the scripts. BlackRock and Vanguard are the people who give them their fucking scripts. Let's be clear about that shit. The only part that they are not aware of is the win. They knew about the 50 Cent. They meaning Remy and Remy, Papoose and Claressa Shields knew about the disturbance that 50 was going to be bringing. They knew about it because it's a part of the script. You see what I'm saying? It's a part of the script. They knew about it. They knew it was coming. What they didn't know is when and how. But once 50, let me say allegedly, not giving away no sources or nothing. Let me say allegedly, right? They just didn't know that 50, after he got the clearance, after 50 got the clearance to come in, you see what I'm saying, with his hating ass? You see what I'm saying? Because, they sent him in here. You know what I mean? It was already in the script. But trust me, there was some personal shit up in that too when it came to 50 as well. Because he couldn't wait. He wanted to execute You know what I'm saying? He wanted to execute that hit that he did with Papoose and the whole Maserati butt thing. He wanted to execute that shit with the quickness. See what I'm saying? He ain't wait. Once they gave him the okay, that motherfucker did not wait. And Clarissa, even though they knew about him coming in for the stress tests, you see what I'm saying? They knew about it. They just didn't know when and how. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they were caught off guard. And Papoose, you supposed to be in a nigga from New York, a nigga from Brooklyn, and you supposed to be one of the gods. You see what I'm saying? You supposed to be one of the guys and all that. That's how I know that you under that, you know what I'm saying? That they got your ass under my control. Yeah, you been with them people. You see what I'm saying? Because you've been a Mason for a long time now. You see what I'm saying? But you came through the Masonic school of the 5%. And whoever want to talk shit, don't talk shit. Because I got the universal flag on my arm right now. I used to be a part of that shit. I came into consciousness through the Nation of Gods and Earths. So I know all about that. That's why when I come back and tell y'all how the fuck, you know what I'm saying, Papoose got into this shit and why they assigned him to Clarissa, yeah, it's going to blow your mind when I come back. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Now, Papoose, you see what I'm saying? That's how I know that they got your ass, that you totally subdued. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to let your ass be even more subdued because you can't handle you can't handle, you know what I'm saying, your subject, Clarissa. You see what I'm saying? She's not listening to you. She's not doing nothing you tell her to do. Your programming is not working. Your handling is not working. Okay? They thought that you can handle the type of threshold that she is. You see what I'm saying? From the hood, you know what I'm saying? Very boisterous, trauma ridden, similar to Remy. They sent you to her because you had the same type of connection and the same type of, you know what I'm saying? You was able to move in that trauma-based threshold with Remy. That's why you was with Remy. They sent you to Remy because you are a linguistic handler in the way that you talk, the way that you move, the way that how suave you are. You got that whole thing going on. You are a linguistic genius, Papoose. He's a linguistic genius, you guys, with the words. But your shit is scrambled now. And you proved that on that whack-ass Vlad interview. You proved that you've been already fully compromised, yo. Because, I'm going to say it like this. Whatever, the so-called gods don't move like how you was moving on that Vlad interview, Papoose. You was a hot ass mess on that interview. You was lying on the interview. You got caught up. You was saying lame shit because you know what I'm saying? You was only, regurgitating your program. I get that. I mean, the other people watching you who don't know what's going on, they see you was lying. They see you, was just saying some, as like, they see you, as unseasoned and kind of unintelligent in a way. You see what I'm saying? That's how they been seeing you. But what, I'm saying? Those of us who know, we know what's really going on with your programming. You see what I'm saying? And they're getting ready to remove your ass. They probably already did, but they're getting ready. You see what I'm saying? To remove your ass. They might be taking Clarissa from you and assigning someone else to her because she is needed for this 2027 Nephilim project. Okay? But you're not keeping her frequency. You're not stabilizing her frequency good enough because this bitch is all over the fucking place. You see what I'm saying? She can't even get her shit together and focusing on the wrong shit. All right? Maybe I shouldn't even be saying this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, it is what it is. Really, like I said, I'm talking to the people because y'all need to know what the fuck is going on. These people deal with the occult. These people deal in the occult. Everything they do is in the occult. Papoose was sitting up there on that Vlad interview flagging like a motherfucker in front of y'all, showing y'all who his allegiance is. He was showing y'all who the fuck his allegiance is to. The fuck? And y'all still up here want to think that, this is real life. You know what I'm saying? This is real life shit. These regular people, they just celebrities. This real life shit. No. All these motherfuckers have legions of demons up their fucking asses, and they're being controlled. And the only time that they are able, you see what I'm saying, to interact as the remnants, the leftover remnants of themselves, who used to be, is when they're doing interviews or maybe out and about in certain public events or, you know, shows or interviews and shit like that. Then that's when their front altar, you see what I'm saying, is you know, comes to the front. You see what I'm saying? Their front altar is on, it comes online for they could do the interviews and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? That's the only time. But for the most part, these people are mind controlled puppets. Every last one of them. Remy too. All of them. All of them. All of them. You know? And, you know, y'all remember that video? It was a recent video with Papoose and Clarissa Shields. I think it was Papoose, Clarissa Shields, and I think it was someone else with them. Y'all go back and pull up that video when they were in the restaurant and Clarissa had the little slider, the little hamburger slider, and she was complaining about, oh, it's, you know, it's $25 or $28 or whatever she was saying. She was complaining that her little, you know, hamburger slider cost a lot of money and shit. You know what I'm saying? She had the slider in her hand and all that, her little burger, and she was sitting in a restaurant at the table, you know, dining with Papoose, and I believe it was somebody else. I'm not sure who, right? If you all pay attention, you'll see Papoose sitting there in a fucking trance, you guys. And that's not the only time. That's not the only time. You see what I'm saying? But I'll have to go back. I'm going to actually do another video. And I had already started collecting some videos of all of their glitches. Because, see, a lot of you guys are not trained to see their glitches. You guys are only looking for the glitches where, you know, they started where they shaking or stuttering and all that. No, there's different levels of the glitch for these people. You see what I'm saying? And if you pay attention how Papoose, when he was sitting at that table, Papoose was in a trance, you guys. He was having a glitch moment at that table. Yes. They probably were sending him codes. You see what I'm saying? They probably were upgrading his system right there in real time. Sending him codes or upgrading his script or his symbols or whatever. I was told that he has some coronal ocular implant. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Okay, allegedly. I'm not gonna get into that. But anyway, you guys, yeah, so yeah, you know, I'm wrapping this up, you guys. I'm gonna do a part 3 to this. Your boy 50, like I said in my last video, he's full of shit. He's a puppet. All of these guys, these people here to trick you all. They don't give a fuck about you. You know, I understand there's still gonna be people talking about them because y'all gotta make a living, you know, about these people and their fake ass lives. It's all fake. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, you got your boy 50 Cent. He's gonna be the new black Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly. Okay, you see, don't take your children there. I'm just telling you, y'all shouldn't go there either, but please don't take your children to these goddamn venues. Seriously. You see? And y'all also need to look into the information that I gave you guys today here, okay? Because they're not going to tell y'all shit. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. I will be back again to get into the rest of the information I have for you guys. We're going to get into some more this bitch ass nigga 50 Cent and what's going on with the whole Papoose and Clarissa, him being a linguistic handler, and why the elites brought Papoose and Clarissa together in the first fucking place. All right, you guys. So thank you for listening, and I will see you all on the next video. Peace.